Guys, and welcome to the first episode of Multiplayer Monday. I am your host Lazy, and Multiplayer Monday is essentially me playing online games like Halo 3, Halo Reach, maybe some Black Ops Zombies, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike, all that shenanigans. Basically every Monday I will post a video with commentary talking about like random shit, you know, either about my personal life or how I got interested in YouTube and posting videos, and you know where I am now and all that shenanigans. So today's topic is going to be my gaming history, how I got into gaming, I remember when I first started playing games, I wasn't really like into it, because I was playing basketball at the time. But anyways, let's start from the beginning. The very first game I've ever played was Super Mario for Super Nintendo. I don't remember who bought. I think my uncle bought it for me on my birthday. And the funny thing is, he bought me the game, and I didn't have the system at the time. I was so disappointed that day. Oh my god. But a week later, my parents took me to the store and got my Super Nintendo. I am not an only child, so back then it was either get like we had to share controllers. Like you only had one controller, one TV, and all that shit. But yeah, my first game was Super Mario. I don't think I've ever beat it because I don't know. I guess I lost interest in it. My second game, and I think one of my favorite games of all time, is NBA Jam. Now that game was fucking awesome. Like it was so over. Like I remember the first time I played it, it was so over the top. Like you would be dunking from fucking ceiling and shit. You know, it was great. I remember one day I forgot who I played. I think I played my brother. And I beat, like, usually your bigger brother is supposed to be better than you, you know, like better at gaming, sports, all that shit. And he essentially was. But there was that one day, you know, I beat him in NBA Jam, and he got angry and just started beating on me. But it wasn't anything like black eye or anything. Just a friendly, punch in the face. Yeah, I guess punching people in the face is very friendly. Anyways. So yeah, Super Nintendo was my first console, I guess you can say. Well, it wasn't really mine, I guess, because I shared it. But I will tell you my very first console, maybe in this video. I don't know how long this gaming history is gonna take. So, anyways, my second system that I shared / owned was the Genesis. Back when I don't even know when the Genesis came out. That's how fucking old I am. Like now I'm 20, and I'm like I was going through the list of games that I used to play when I was a child, and I don't remember half the fucking story. You know, like, well, for Genesis there was this one game called Comic Zone. I don't know if anyone ever played it. I don't know if it was underground or what, but I asked everyone I know who used to be a gamer, and they said they never heard of Comic Zone. But anyways, I used to play that. I used to play that shit up the ass, man. Comic Zone is basically a you play a guy in a comic strip, and you move between pages, and you know it was pretty cool. I think I only got up to the second level because that game was actually pretty hard. My line, the game was ridiculous. Even I don't even think games had difficulty settings back then. My second game that I played was I don't remember the name of it, but it was some kind of X-Men game where it was like you could play 2 people on one TV. I played that, and then the game I played the most on Genesis was Tiny Toons All-Star. That game was off the chain, man. It had I think it had basketball, it had soccer, had some other, I think it had running. It was like a sports game but for Tiny Toons. Yeah, that game was great. Anyways, ooh, look at that shot. That was nice. Anyways, after the Genesis, oh yeah, I remember playing Crazy Taxi, but I never owned a Dreamcast. I don't know if any of you owned a Dreamcast, but the only game I played on Dreamcast was Crazy Taxi. Now look at this part. I got raped. Boo. Right. So after Genesis, I played. Well, yeah. After Genesis, I played on the PlayStation 1. And let me tell you that I think the PlayStation 1 is what got me into gaming. Like it started like programming into my head. Games are fucking great. But the games I played on PlayStation were Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank, and Crash Bandicoot. Like I don't know how young my subscribers are, but if you have not played Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, you are missing out on really good games. I think I beat both of those games like 4 or 5 times when I was younger, because they were so great. Like I remember playing. I think they did a spin-off of Crash Bandicoot. It was like a Super Mario Party for Crash Bandicoot. That was awesome. I don't know what happened. What happened to Spyro? They stopped making Spyro games like out of nowhere. Like I don't think there's any Spyro games on PS3. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look that up. So I didn't really play PlayStation games that much. Like I usually stuck because I was the youngest child of 3 siblings. Like I had an older brother who was a middle child, and I have a sister who's the oldest. But my brother used to always hog the PlayStation because like we had bunk beds. We had bunk beds back in the day, and I would go to sleep first. He would wake up first, and when I wake up, he'll be playing like fucking Metal Gear Solid or Final Fantasy and all that shit. But yeah, I never got into RPGs until like what was the first RPG game I played? I don't even remember. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't really play a lot of PlayStation games when I was younger. I don't know why. I guess I was too busy playing sports. But anyways, PS2. I played a lot of PS2 back in the day, man. I played some Dynasty. I don't know if you guys played Dynasty Warriors, but that game was the shit back then. I remember I went to my friend's birthday party. He lives like 5 minutes away. He's like, "Can you bring something fun to do?" Because I remember he called me the day because I forgot to RSVP. He's like, "Can you bring something fun to do?" I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want me to bring?" He's like, "You want me to bring a board game, a basketball, and whatever?" And he's like, "No, you have any video games? I got a PS2 for my birthday." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I bring a game called Dynasty Warriors 3, and everyone at the party was fucking playing that shit. It was fucking great. I don't know if Dynasty Warriors 3 had versus. I think it did. But I would be so cheap and pick Lu Bu and just fucking beat on people because they didn't know how to play at the time, and all you had to do was like press square and triangle to do attacks and shit. But yeah. So I played Dynasty Warriors, and I also played Jak and Daxter. I don't really remember Jak and Daxter because I only played one game. Actually, I never beat it either. So I don't really remember Jak and Daxter. But yeah, that was my my PS2 gaming career. So wow, the video is over. I didn't expect that. So anyways, I guess I'll do PC, I'll do Game Boy, Xbox, the Xbox 360, and eventually PS3. But for now, that was part 1 of, actually part 1 and episode 1 of Multiplayer Monday. So I hope you enjoyed. Post in the comments your favorite games back in the day. Like, you know, like what was that one game you played nonstop, whether it was on PS2 or PlayStation or on PC. You know, that one game you always went back to, even if you got a new game like a day later, you always went back to. You know, everyone has those games. But anyways, I'm Lazy and I'm signing out. Peace.